Good evening, good evening, good evening. Let me just go ahead and mute and wait and see who comes in. If you catch this video when it goes up public, just scroll through or slide through until you get to where I'm talking. Okay, I'll be back. Good evening, solo viewer. Good evening. God bless you. I'm going to mute until a few people come in. I want to talk about the feeding of faith in these days. I'll be back. Okay, three viewers. I guess we can chat a little bit. Yeah, I want to just kind of, get into the feeding of faith in these days because I find it vital for me, especially. I mean, if I'm not feeding my faith and trying to stay in spirit, then I can very easily get depressed and angry and hurt and become, very negative about everything going on, not only in the world, but in my own life. And so I have to really continuously feed the faith. So I'm hoping that you guys are also in the same place where we're feeding faith by being in the Word of God, by being in fellowship, by worshiping, and just keeping our eyes on the Lord. I'm going to tell you something. Even when Peter was walking on that water, his faith dropped as he looked down at the water, which was a representation of his problems, his troubles, his struggle. That water was the reputation, was the representation of that. And so when he took his eyes off Christ, well, you know what happened? He began to sink. And as he began to sink, the Lord said, no, 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 you keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. And I think that is an absolutely beautiful understanding of what we are to do in these days. We are to keep our eyes on him. As difficult as that can be, and I know, trust me, I know, but I think that's exactly what we need to be doing. And so for me, the feeding of faith is absolutely 100% about being in the Word of God, being in worship, being in prayer, and being in fellowship with other believers that are evenly yoked. I don't want to get into arguments when I'm feeding faith. I don't want to get into debates or discussions of trying to explain things to people. When it comes to my faith, I want to keep my eyes on the Lord and let the Lord do all the explaining. And so that's right where I am right now in the midst of my struggles and the days that I find myself in. I don't know about anybody else, but I know that that is absolutely true for me right now in these days. So let me mute and see who comes in. We're back down to one viewer. Yeah, if you catch a mute, just scroll forward until I'm talking because I wait a lot of times on specific subjects to interact with people. And if there's nobody to interact with, it becomes just me talking, and I can't, unless I'm doing videos and explaining things or, showing research, I really can't just be here talking to myself. I don't like it. So, anyway, second viewer, God bless you. Welcome to the feed. I hope that you'll participate with some discussion. I'm going to find out right now. So, yeah, as I stated, I put all of the equipment that is required for this upgrading of the channel on layaway. I've got down payments down. So if anybody cares to help get the remainder of the payments paid for the new laptop and the microphone and the lighting, and not the operating system, the editing system that we're going to use to start producing some really good videos, both viewable videos and lives. And as I talk to a few people, I really want the lives to be different coming around this next bend, this next growth. I want people to start participating on microphone, not necessarily camera. That's fine, but I want people to. I want prayer groups. I want to see the Lord has called on this channel to be more than it is, and I think the problem is that the amount of struggle that this channel has, because we have so many people up against this channel. We have so many demons and demon spirits that are controlling the growth of this channel that it makes it very difficult. Anyways, I'm going to mute until people come in. And there's the second viewer. See, every time I mute, one viewer comes in, and then I start talking, and it goes back down to zero. I don't know if that's YouTube playing games or if that's the actual numbers. But give me a sec. I'll come back. Okay, I don't know who the second viewer is, but hopefully you'll participate. Where's Deborah? Deborah's one of the few that does participate. There's a couple, Corey, and anyways, I'm going to mute and wait and see. See, right back down to one again. Incredible. It's absolutely incredible.